Wait, before you start, let me share the link out first to the group.
You know what? I have a feeling that with this all in a couple months, tomorrow will be the president of the board.
Leave that door.
All right.
Yeah, he's got bad Alzheimer's. He's got worse dementia than Ronald Reagan did back in '84 when Ronald Reagan said he declared all things free and illegal as long as dropped 5 minutes.
Well, that was just a mistake. Like,
That was the greatest
Yeah.
moment in history in the 80s. Because he felt like the camera was on.
Hey guys, I don't give a, excuse my language. I don't care about what's going on outside of this building. We're having a meeting right now. So let's do that. Let's stay focused. It's gonna take focus to get this done. God is in control. All right, go ahead. Action.
okay. Few things I want to touch on today. You guys are going to get tired of hearing me talk today. The reason for that is because, like I spoke on last night in the post meeting, the new and the old have not meshed properly. Now, within this production crew, we have, like I stated last night, people that have been working with Mo in his movies since he began, and we have people that have just started on this movie right here. Now, I try and remove myself from the situation, step back and assess it properly. And from my observation, what I've seen is, for the most part, the new people that have come in have experience in the media industry in some kind of way, have experience in Hollywood, may have experience where you've already participated in some kind of way in other shows or whatever the case may be. The people who have been around for years working with him have experience with him. They also have experience outside of working with him. They may have their own social media shows or whatever the case may be experienced photographers and videographers. The point that I'm trying to make is everyone is here because they have some form of talent or creativity that shines or excels above others. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. We wouldn't look at you twice. Or you wouldn't have looked at us twice if we didn't have the talent and creativity and experience that shines or excels above others that you already see. Now, years ago, because of Mo's experiences in Hollywood, or lack thereof, and the things that he came across, he started to make his own films. Were they the best? Heck no. Did they look good? Probably not. Were they a completed project? Yes. So, from my experiences, I've learned that when he has a project on the table, his goal is getting it from off his desk to a completed project. This man I have seen will do whatever it takes to get the project complete. Some have experience where you started on a project, and I've been hearing stories from a lot of you who have had the experiences out here and have had great budgets, excellent camera equipment, experienced crew, and everything. And we've never seen nor have heard of any of these projects because they couldn't get completed. for whatever reason. I'm not bashing anybody because I, at one point of time or other, have done the job of every single person in this room. Did I do it correct? 50 to 98% of the times, probably not, because I didn't know what I was doing. But I went and I did it because it needed to be done. And I knew, regardless of whether I did it or somebody else did it, he was going to get it done. So I went and I learned whatever I needed to learn, and I did it. All of these things I'm saying to everyone because there's an issue with titles. Day one, there was a disagreement on who was the director. You have to have a director in the movie. Otherwise, you got a whole bunch of people running around with cameras, and the footage that's needed is not being done. The actors are never where they're supposed to be at. The crew doesn't know what's going on, or whatever the case may be. Now, one director was brought in and volunteered his services because he seen what we were lacking based on previous projects, seeing the things that he already knows and seeing what we already have placed on the table. And he came in and he said, I volunteer my services as director to make sure that we get the shots that are needed to complete this movie. Was I grateful? Most definitely. Because the director that we work with on a regular basis when we have a feature length film is a great director when it comes to directing the actors. The majority of the actors that we work with in our projects have zero experience, have never been on a movie set, have never been in any type of media productions other than them holding up a phone and put it in their face to make a post on YouTube or post a selfie. So we don't expect for them to come in and give us a Julia Roberts type of presentation. They don't know it. I don't know it. I get credit all the time for having great skills and stuff. I don't see it. Maybe it's there. Who cares? Whatever the case may be. But I can be directed. If I'm not doing something properly, that's what the directors are there for. We have a director who directs our staff and our crew to make sure that we're getting the shots that we need. Let that be his responsibility. Allow him to do that. If you have been in that type of position before, if you see something that you feel may be beneficial to the film, if you feel that you see something that may give us a little bit more of a better shot or whatever the case may be, speak to him on it. Suggest it to him. Don't come and try to tell this man how to do his job. Now, we have a director who directs our cast. He's a great director when it comes to getting the actors into character, keeping the actors in character. Now, there are times when some people may get frustrated. I know I definitely do. I get frustrated daily because I'm the person who is responsible for making sure that everyone on the set, cast, crew, and staff knows and understands the process that this man has put in place. In Hollywood, do they have a process for making movies? Most definitely. 9 times out of 10, they're not doing it in 10 days. Why? Because they have the money to get everything that they need to get done when they need it to get done. They have money to pay people to be in a certain place at a certain time or whatever the case may be. We don't have that. We don't have a budget to tell every single one of our actors, okay, I need you for 10 days, take off for work, I need you here. We don't have that. So I'm left with the responsibility of working around everyone's schedule, including our staff and Fireproof because you all have jobs and other responsibilities outside of this movie and this production. So I understand that. That leaves me with the responsibility every day when I'm creating the shot schedule to know if I want to shoot these scenes, I need to know that these, not only these actors are going to be available, but also these people that are on my crew, because I have a list of everyone's schedule throughout these 10 days. So I have to make sure that I'm not messing up with that. Today, we are going to, for one, first and foremost, we're going to clean this building. Moving sets around and things like that, we need to already have the next set available and ready before the previous set is done being filmed. However, us just taking everything and throwing it back in that room from this point moving forward, we cannot do because things are getting lost. Right now, at this point, I don't know where everyone's schedule is. And that's not the reason why I said why I didn't post a 10 to 12 scene schedule for today. The reason why I didn't post a 10 to 12 scene schedule today is because today we are going to get this building back in order. We are going to set up whatever other sets that need to be set in this building and have them already set so that we can move forward. This studio is also in full is also working in full production mode on a regular basis, whether this movie is going on inside of here or not. So this is also the set for church here. This is also podcast studio. This is also a production staffing company and radio station and everything else that goes on in this building. So we have to remember that we are working around in this studio. This studio is used by multiple companies. So we have to keep that in mind. So I do apologize for the way that stuff has been going. I saw it yesterday when we were leaving, and I'm not comfortable with that myself. So we're going to get that. Okay. 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 I appreciate that though. For those of you who have, like I said, been working with Mo or Fireproof, a lot of you who are returning, and I'm gonna say this to the camera because most of those people are not in this room right now. So a lot of you are returning, and what it shows me is that not only are you loyal to the process that he's developed because you have seen him go from just an idea to a completed movie, but you've also seen his progression from a shaky camera phone to studio quality movies. I've only been with Fireproof for 3 years next month. Most people think that I've been with Mo since he started. No, I'm that close to him, not only because I'm his partner in life, but also because when I first met him, the only thing that I saw from this man was complete dedication to what he does. I'm trying to figure the best way to explain this. I used to be a bartender when I first met him. I came in for an audition. I landed a role through the process of me acting. I got a bigger role, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Things happened in the process of filming the first movie that we were filming, and Mo ended up without a place to stay. I was single. I didn't have anybody living with me or anything like that. We had used my home for a couple of the sets in the movie. I said, sure, you and your son, come over. I won't be here. I go to work on a regular basis. So whatever you need to get done, get it done. And, we'll see whatever needs to take place. Now, I was going to work every single night. Like I said, I was a bartender. I had no complaints about money. Matter of fact, he can tell you himself, I used to come home every night and just throw money on the couch and say, count this for me. I don't even want to look at it no more. but, but what I was seeing every single night or every morning that I came home from working overnight, he was on the computer. When I get ready to leave, he was on the computer. To the point where I'm like, what is this man doing on his computer all day? He makes movies. I've seen him do that, but what is it that he's really doing? Because at this point, he didn't have a computer, so he was on my laptop. Pastor, you said it. Women get revenge. I wanted to see what was going on. When he was asleep, I went in that computer. He was working. He was working. He was working. He was working. He was introducing the right people to the right people. He was setting locations. He was trying to build some type of income to fund the movies that he was working on. He was building new relationships with people that was introduced to him by other people. He was acquiring equipment. He was working. That is all he was doing. That is all he ever did. To the point where our personal relationship sometimes suffers because I don't know who I'm in a relationship with. I'm in a relationship with Fireproof TV Film. I don't have a personal relationship. That is the only argument we've ever had is separating business from personal. He works. That's all he ever does. So regardless if all of us are here or if it's him and the roaches and the rats and the flies on the wall, the movie's gonna get made. I said all of that to say this. It doesn't matter if you have all the experience in the world, and it doesn't matter if you're coming in with the biggest dream. We can't get this done unless we learn how to work together. Daisy, I want to applaud you. You came in with experience as a production assistant, correct? You're a director, ma'am. You're a director's assistant. You are someone who is supposed to be responsible for keeping the flow going. That is why whenever you step to me and say, "Oh, I didn't know that we were supposed to," do what your first thought was. If I see that it was off, then I'll come and speak to you on it. But I want you to trust your first mind and always put your foot down because that's what you are here for. In your notes when you came in for an interview, I put resourceful and helpful in all ways. I even sent myself a text message. When you started talking, my heart opened up and my insides were smiling because I knew that moving forward, I wouldn't have to have the responsibility of doing all these things that I honestly don't know how to do. But I get them done because they have to get done. So I appreciate you and I want you to know that. Jerome, Jerome, that one picture of you sitting in that chair yesterday with that script in that light, man, you were bad. Did anybody see that picture? Yeah. That picture looks good. And it shows exactly what you were doing, handling business. I know you were tired. Me and you was leaning up against each other to hold each other up. I know that you were tired, but you didn't complain not one time, not until we left.
At that point, I was like, I can't hold it no more.
And then at that point, it was just the two of us complaining about our own personal issues. And that's fine. People, do not hold stuff in. I promise you, you will explode. I have on sets, I have offset. Do not hold stuff in. If something is bothering you, if someone is doing something and it's getting to you, just go and speak to someone else about it. And then remember, this is not the opportunity for us to allow our egos to get in the way. Listen openly. If there's a disagreement, not only state your opinion or your point of view, but listen to the other person's opinion and point of view. Listen openly. Don't listen just to be hearing them talk. Listen to what they're saying. Your idea and their idea may be able to be put together and make something better happen. For example, started. I said, Daisy, I don't want us to do scene 24. I know I put it on the list, but Steve and Lisa Cameron has this house that I feel that we can use different areas of the house to mimic 3 different houses. So we'll try and get them to allow us to use that house. But in the process of doing that, I was cutting out a scene that Greg is in, that Greg had prepared for, and Greg has a strict schedule. So when he got here, I asked Greg and Tony, and I knew I was going to do this the entire time. I asked them to play the swastika inmates that was beating up on C-Dub. I knew when they came in that they wouldn't volunteer for those roles. Greg said to me, I'm willing to play an aggressive role, but I will not play a racist. Tony said to me when he came in, I will not be represented in that kind of way in no type of matter. So I said to myself, okay, the only other Caucasians that I can't have, is not going to be so convincing if I got a black man in there with the swastika or whatever. So the only other Caucasians that I have are those that I have here on the staff and the crew, and I've already put them in roles. So I got to be sneaky about this. So yesterday morning, Tony sent a message in the group, can I come in and watch what's going on set? Sure. We do ask for people to come in and watch and see because we want those people to use the services of the studio. These people not only come in to be actors, but they come in because they're aspiring to do other things. So that's what this studio is here for. We want people to come and see the possibilities and the things that they can do here in the studio. So yes, Tony, you can come and watch. When he got here and I knew Greg was coming, I was like, Mo, you going to get that prison outfit? Grab 2 more and extra large. See what I can do. So when they got here and Tony and Greg was talking in the front, here's my opportunity. Guys, I need a favor. And I talked them into it. I said, I won't show your face, and if your face is shown, I will blur it. And in the credits, you will just be listed as prison inmate 1 and prison inmate 2. They agreed to it. And I wanted Greg to do it, especially because he's a professional wrestler and it would look more realistic as opposed to people doing this and nobody ever touched him. So I was sneaky and I got what I wanted. But the point is, after that, Greg found out that we weren't doing Scene 24. And he was upset with me because then he felt as if I got him here only to trick him into doing that role. And that's not the reason why I got him. I got him here because originally I had anticipated doing that role. So now I'm in a position where I have to make it right. I made a mistake and I led this man to believe that I got it wrong. So in this one particular scene, it wasn't 24, it was 41. In this one particular scene, it was a small part of the scene that Greg was in. Okay, I have a studio. I can make that area, and that's what we did. So I said that to say this: when there is a disagreement, there's no need to lash out. There's no need for us to be yelling at each other. Frustrations are high. We're in the middle of a pandemic right now, so everybody in here is going through something. Somebody may have a little bit more money than the next person, but we're all going through something. So I don't even want to hear I'm okay and I'm good. No, you're not. Everybody going through something. So that's understandable. Tensions are high. So something in here, a disagreement in here might trigger that situation that's going on outside. And the person that had a small disagreement in here with you may receive all that anger that you had built up from that bill collector that keep bothering you and they know you ain't got the money. So when there's a disagreement, please take it to the side, openly listen to each other, compare your ideas, and let's move forward. We're on a tight schedule. Us only shooting 2 scenes on day one is a major bad thing, but we can't be upset about it. Everybody's just working with each other for the first time on a project this big. Today, we will be shooting whatever scenes we can possibly shoot after we get the studio back in order. We'll start with shooting the scene that we started last night, and we'll finish that and get that out of the way. But after that, I want everyone to focus on making sure that we have all of our cast, crew, and staff availability for the remainder of the shooting days. We need to make sure that we have that in one place so that it's able to be checked when the shot schedule is made, which will be made today. I can't wait till the end of the night to make a shot schedule. Yeah.
We can use that board that we have.
Okay. Yeah. I can't wait till the end of the night to make the schedule, because then people are up waiting on us to finish filming. That those that are not here, they're up waiting on us to finish to see if they have to come in the next day. And that's not good. People have families, people have kids have to go to school, whatever the case may be. I'd like to get that finished before we shoot another scene. I think that's about all I have. I know it was a lot, and if I have something else to say, then I will get up and I'll say it again, because I've seen a movie idea go from an idea to me being able to click my remote on the TV and watch the movie. So I know that it's possible to get it done. Josh, I have to address you. I don't right now remember exactly what your experience was before you came here, but I remember you saying, I just want to learn. Are you the teacher or the student? Because, man, you've been killing it with editing. Everybody, I'm serious. We got to get this man around the applause. So serious. And I'm not only speaking on this movie, I'm speaking on everything that's been set on your desk. Everything. You have been doing an amazing job. You're quiet, but I know it's a lot going on in your brain because I see it. But I just want you to know I really appreciate the work that
He does it wherever you
put.
Even in the bathroom, he'll set the office in the bathroom. I'm don't mind me, I'm just editing. That's what I take. Don't be all right. I just want you to know,
even a lot of the people who are coming into town, that have worked with us before, they know editing was left on Mo. He's trying to act in a movie, he's trying to direct, he's trying to work the camera and do the editing and all that stuff at the same time. So yeah. But
I didn't want that job.
Exactly. But
I don't want none of y'all jobs.
That's just saying that he's still gonna get it. I really
At least that's the vision. I just want to go work with
you brought a tear to my dad eye when he said, but he's a private.
Hey.
So I'm gonna stop right now because I'm losing my voice. Does anyone else have anything that they want to address before we get started? Because we're about to
the
get
director. Say from the director.
Hey everyone. There's certain times when we're trying to get things done around here. I think that every day when we come together, that we just need a time to pray. To my knowledge and the gift that has been placed upon me from above, I know that prayer changes things in hospital situations. And as we try to bond together, there are a lot of people that are just doing wonderful. Don't think that Andre is the only eye that's looking. You should see what studios in California got his clothes. I can look around and tell everybody's strength and everybody's weakness. And y'all can do the same for me. When we're working here and you're not on the set, get with Andrea, because this is what we did yesterday. We started setting that scene up right there without her. She came in and dressed to make it look real. But at least we got it started so that it was easier for her because she was trying to go into her character and also into her outfit. The one thing that we have to understand is if you're not on the set, and we gotta have another set, find out what that set is, and then just start putting some stuff together. Then she will come or somebody else will come and see where you are, and then we will be able to. Because in 10 days, if you're building a set at the same time you're filming, you're not going to get it done in 10 days. But if the set is already there, those that are here, all we do is move from here over to here. So that's what we did yesterday. We went from here to there to here. And that's why we was able to get 9 scenes that day. Because people were setting up there, out in the car, right back here on the back part of the building. But we need all of you guys' help. If you're not on the set, get together and see what's the next set we need to build. Because the reason why I'm saying this, and she told you just as plain, we have other clients that come in. 5 radio stations over there. Fireproof, right in here with the office. Studio recording right there with people coming in from California and LA and Mexico want to record. And then we have 162 countries where we streamline out throughout the whole entire world. So when they need our cooperation to get this done, they're trying to work around us, and they're actually helping us and helping y'all in order for us to achieve accomplishments and goals. Success only comes on when a light bulb comes in your head and you learn the rules in order to play the game. I don't care what type of game you want to play around here, but if you don't learn the rules, you're not successful. Be able to play the game. But if you learn the rules, you may not come out a top winner, but you will not be a loser because you took something from the table that you can take into your life and move forward. We have to learn how to work together. Because if we don't learn how to work together, we first have to learn how to love one another. Mo and Andrea can tell you, I call it the magic school bus. But I never get on them because that's how much I love them. And that's how much I appreciate all the things that they're trying to do in their vision. Just because I don't do it, I respect, love, and honor. And that's what we need around here. Respect, love, honor. If someone don't know, help them know. As she never programmed a television network station in her life. But I trained her how to do the Spanish television station that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. Now my next position is to get her into paper. I love your spirit. I want you to work with me all the time if I'm on a film for the Fireproof thing. Because you're dedicated. I love your work. Definitely love it. Love his work 90%. I love his spirit. That is within. I really like him. But you seeing what's being put together, a team for success. Been a millionaire before. I had more money than all of y'all put together as relatives. I know the way how I do it. I've negotiated deals up to almost $500 million. And I'm working on a $2 billion deal now. He's my witness. When this picture is filled, it'll be all over it. But if it's not done right, you can't get it out. The Just Righteousness Foundation will not put it out if it's not done right. So they put all of our egos inside, all of our this and all of that, it don't matter. You know, how big you worked in Hollywood. That's not Hollywood right now. This is Fireproof film. And our main focus while we here shooting this movie should be no other less than anything else but Fireproof film. That's our main focus. That's our main vision. That's our pathway. And if we work it together, and I'm going to say this right quick because I know we got a lot to do. The reason why God dispersed Nebuchadnezzar and the children that was under his rule was because he confounded their language, because he came to this one conclusion. This is God. He knew that by them being all on one accord, whatever they put their hands to, they will be able to accomplish. That's why he broke the language and sent them all into different sections. It still works the same today. Yesterday, today, and today. Put it on one accord where we all work together, we'll defeat this, and we will accomplish this thing, and it can become successful. We just got to work together. Not doing nothing except find out what can be done. Set up the next. Right. Shouldn't have to bathroom. I gotta go get toilet paper and all this other stuff. Garbage is overflowing. This is God's house. It's our home. How are we gonna build our home? Out of his house. Because I tell you the truth, I was supposed to say this. If he made us just screw it over there, if we don't take care of it, he's gonna take it back. I know that's a fact. I know it's a fact. So let's put all of our differences aside. Let's come together. You want to learn something? Work together. That's the best thing that you could learn in motion picture. I didn't go to school for motion picture. I worked in Hollywood, opened every major set. Universal, Paramount, Savannah. Did the remastering of The Hunchback of Notre Dame with Pocahontas for Walt Disney. Put out a whole entire country. Wrote a book and made millions of dollars. That's just tough. This is your opportunity. I'm going to throw it away. I'm not. I can clean this whole place out, go back to this recording studio, radio station. If they need our help, that's what we get. They need our help. And they're not only making their business, all of y'all get to it too. So don't fool yourself. You're just doing it only for them. You're doing it for yourself. You're going to make it happen yourself. And together, we could defeat and move this mountain so that when this motion picture come out, it can go to 162 different countries. That's what we do. Correct, Joe? Sure. We're into 162 countries. Up to how many people? 7 billion people. 7 billion people. We got engineers that work in California. Some of the California people came here, always a witness. You saw them. We're telling the truth.
Absolutely.
Took back a bunch of equipment just to set up there so that if we in California, we could go there too.
Major players.
And he brought a Powerade commercial here, and my nephew got put in the Powerade commercial. Filmed it right here. And he's working on our set too, hanging stuff up because he's a ladder.
Everything takes a sacrifice in order for it to be successful. How much are you willing to give up? There's a mother here, right up out here all night long. She wouldn't get him up and go to sleep. But that's the sacrifice she had to make. In the future, can you think you actors and actresses take time to learn the line? Because if you know your line, you'll move to like. Like Steve said, just the one we're going to shoot today. That's all you got to do. Just cut it out. She's putting out a new sheet every day. What's going to be there? The faster you learn your lines, he's got to say all of your lines. She got to say all your lines. Then we got to wait for you to say all your lines. And so here's time. And when you don't know your lines, time go like this. But I'm not getting on you for this because I know you all beginners. But this is how it's done in Hollywood. You want to be successful? Learn the rules, play the game. If you sit at the table and you didn't learn the rules and play the game, you will not come out a winner. You will come out a loser. But if you learn the rules and play the game, you may not come out to be the top winner, A1, AB, A1 actor or actress, but you will not come out a loser because they will keep calling you back because they see something in you that you sacrifice in order to make it happen. Any one of you guys that are actors and actresses, we put you in some big commercials. Am I correct? Yep. But if you don't know your line, I can't put you anywhere, and I refuse to put you anywhere. The only reason why that guy is in that Powerade commercial, because he took the time to handle a ball, a basketball, $4,500. And he ain't got to say a damn word. Just bounce that ball. But I'm just telling you the truth. Really. This is our home. Let's take care of it. In a month, 30 days, less than 30 days, you're not going to be able to use that room over there no more. Because there's going to be 5 radio stations over there running 24/7. You're going to be able to use that room right there because they don't mind breaking down and shooting back up. But that's a lot of work moving all of this stuff and rewiring it and putting it back together. It's a lot. In this room, Sunday, we booked all day Sunday. All day. And it ain't got nothing to do with the film. Picture. Nothing to do with the picture. It's booked solid all day. Okay. Now, they may come in here, I don't know.
On that side.
Yeah. And see, we don't know how much it's going to be served. But we're going to look it up. Got a comedy team coming in here, 35 people going to be sitting here paying. There's room for all of us to grow. We have outgrown this place, looking at 18,000 square feet, looking at $15 million to build it. Some of us gonna live upstairs also. Because every $1 billion loss upstairs. You got a limo that picks up people and brings them from the airport to me. I'm just trying to tell you guys, trying to inspire you guys. And this is a ground level floor you step on. I know a lot of us are new. This is the first time I've done this. But he seen my work. It wasn't the fact that he allowed me to be the director because I'm CEO of the Just Righteousness Foundation and the owner of this here, God's property that he placed me on. He likes what I showed him. That's what
I went on my OGTV and looked at all of the content this man has created. I had to take my crown off because he is the content king. And it looks immaculate. That's what people were saying on my comments saying, well, the picture this or the continuity this or that or that. They bought it first, but the point is, I corrected it. It's correct. Now what they gonna say? Well, the actors didn't know they know. Yeah.
As a director, for you guys to know, like Mary said, if you're working on this set, if you're working with them, I want to hear your opinion. I do. This might be better than mine. What thoughts are you gonna have? What did you learn yesterday that I said? What else? What else? What else? He loved it. And that's just the beginning. I still other stuff. I didn't want to, how you feel about that?
I still think that Josh is smarter, an expert editor from somewhere. He just came because he wanted to be quiet. I still don't believe he's just here to learn.
He just accepted what I was just trying to tell him.
I see.
And I let him do it on his own. I just said, go here, go there, do this, play with it, go back and forth. See what's comfortable for you. I watch any motion picture or anything that I'm looking at, people say, you watch the same old motion picture over and over again. But they don't even understand what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the hidden agenda that's behind the scenes. Who's moving, where they're moving, how they're moving, where are the lights, what type of filter has been placed on, what type of effects do I hear in the background, because I'm a drum player. I can tell you what every instrument in an orchestra is doing. That's how I became an automation technician. I know when it's right and I know when it's right. That's a seed and a blessing that I'm here to share this with you. These are my brothers and sisters. They came here with a good heart to want to do something. And guess what? It's the same thing I want to do. It's the same. So if you come aboard, roll up your sleeve. Don't get too comfortable. It's the last thing I want to say about comfort. You know why Egypt suffered? Pharaoh, you ever familiar with it? You know why he suffered? Do you know why all these plagues came upon them? The children of Israel was too damn comfortable set in their own damn way. And God just hardened his heart to make it so hard that they didn't want to stay there anymore. So the Egyptians didn't suffer by the hand of God. The children suffered by the children of Israel being too comfortable and setting there. Oh, I know everything. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. I can do it any which way I want to do. And they came out of a land of not enough because he kept his promise. Took them into a land of just enough, the wilderness, and many of them died. All of them died in that era. And then the next generation went into the land of more than enough. Which way y'all want to go? Y'all want to stay in the wilderness? Me, Mo, and Andre, and Joe, we'll get a seat and we'll watch y'all walk around that mountain. Because we're only going to walk, I'm only going to walk around it one time. The second time you come around, we're going to say, hey, why y'all going around again? And when y'all come back again, we're going to say, hello, and we'll probably be slipping on the Mai Tai. What you know, it's who you know. Best of the best of the best. Money. Money was never created to be chased down or hunted. It will see you coming. Remember, One, money. Find who money already has. And money will find you.
He says, when you find those people, learn their rules so you can move ahead. Otherwise, if you're going to chase money, you'll be the loser because you didn't learn their rules.
So we can make this move, can't we? As a team, right?
I'd like to touch on two more things and then we need to get started. Language in the studio. I may curse worse than any sailor you've ever known, but I know that this is a place of business. Not only that this is a Christian-based business, this is a place of business. You're not sitting in the bank and every other word is bitch, stick, this, that, now. We're not doing that, okay? I understand that a lot of us have bad mouth. I understand that we have comedians on staff and crew. So we have people that just make people laugh. Us on staff, we go back and forth all the time about the littlest thing. But please, for those of you who are coming into this studio, this is a place of business. Please watch your language. Also, drinking and smoking. Majority of us do it. For those of you who smoke non-nicotine based products, and I'm talking about if you smoke marijuana, this building complex, this lot or whatever, there are issues and complaints and things like that. For one, we're a lot of people congregating in a small space right now where there are limits on people. So let's keep in mind of that first and foremost, that there are a lot of us here when there's a certain number of bodies that are limited to be or allowed to be in the building at one time. So if you go out to take a smoke break or whatever the case, whatever you're doing, we were asked to leave the property if we're smoking marijuana. My first thing when hearing this was complain. I complain. I smoke. I don't smoke recreationally. I smoke it as medication to keep me in the right place of mind and for whatever other diagnosis that I have and the reason that I smoke. So that upset me when I was asked to have to leave to go and take my medicine. But I do it out of respect for what's going on here. So if you leave out of the building to go and smoke and you're going to smoke weed, get in your car, drive off of the doggone parking lot, come back when you're done. It's not gonna hurt you. You complain, get it over with, and blase, blase, okay? I complain and nothing I can do about it. I still gotta respect and honor it, okay? If you are drinking, do not walk into this building with a bottle of alcohol, a bottle of beer, or anything like that. There are bottles in here, they're prop bottles. There is not a drop of alcohol in them. I do not ever, on any circumstance, allow alcohol on set. And the reason why is because I myself got drunk on set while I was trying to, what movie was that? Someone to Love. I was trying to help Mo direct a scene that we had inside of a club. I started drinking. I got drunk. We got the scenes shot, but when I saw other people's Facebook posts and YouTube posts from that night, I was all like, yeah, quiet on the set. No alcohol on the set, ever. I do not care who you are. I don't care your level of expertise. I don't care your experience. I don't care how famous you are. If you bring alcohol on my set, I'm going to kick you off. I do not care who. So, and for those of you who smoke cigarettes, there are ashtrays out there. In the area that there's an ashtray, that's where you need to smoke. Not out in the middle right here where the sidewalk ends, not going up and down the sidewalk. By the ashtrays is where you need to go to smoke your cigarette. In that, there's a little hallway. Stay in that area. And And do not drop your cigarette butts all through this parking lot. Yesterday, I walked through the parking lot. The first time I walked through, I had 2 handfuls of cigarette butts. The second time I walked through, I had a grocery bag. Do not drop your cigarette butts out there. If there are ashtrays, put them in the trash, whatever the case may be, but do not do that. Let's just have some respect for the other tenants that are here, and hopefully we won't have to deal with them being uncomfortable with us. Okay? Yes, okay.
Father, we thank you this day, Father, for understanding, for communication and relationship, Father. We glorify your name because all the gifts that are within us you came from above. And we praise you. Before we were ever thought of it to be born, Father, you chose us for this time and this season to accomplish the love and the gift that you placed in each individual. So we thank you, Lord, as we dedicate these gifts back to you. Because the day will come, Father, when you call us back home and we'll become a home. Instead of a time in the season, we'll become a season. And we thank you. And we ask you, Lord, to use all of them for your glory and for your purpose. And that they may be able to help many that come through these pathways that we're on and that they're walking. As we give thanks and praise, we will glorify to your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Never complain, never explain. Love more, laugh more, give more, and you'll live more. Get out of here.
Just say amen. That's a prayer.